Hey everyone, I'm Jeff from InThirdPerson.com, a personal look at video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits, and we are continuing our adventure into the world of Paper Mario on the Nintendo 64. Let's just jump right in. We got a lot going on. We got the three letters. Hey, good evening, Ian. How are you? I know I saw your tweet on Friday. I hope you're doing okay. I'm not sure if it was Friday, but I know you put out a tweet that was a little concerning to me, and I hope you are doing better and taking the steps that you need to... oh, sorry, I hit the wrong button there. Do what you need to do to get better. And actually, yeah. Leave it at that for now. I will wait for your reply. And then I've got some stuff to talk about. You're better today than Friday, so that's progress. That's good. Yeah, I was actually, one of the things I wanted to talk about today was I went and saw a musical last night with my wife. We went to see Dear Evan Hansen, which was like a Tony Award-winning musical that, like, up until that point, I didn't know what it was about. Like, I just seen the advertising pictures of, like, male torso with the broken arm, and then, like, I thought it was about one thing, and it ended up being a much bigger thing. Like, it had a lot of drama, it had a lot of funny moments, had some really good songs, but I think the thing that really... You've seen the first half of that. Okay, so I think the second half really goes to a place I did not think it was going to go, and it ended up being like a really big... I mean, without spoiling too much, the focus really shifts towards mental health and how far people will go to tell themselves they are okay when they're not okay. And the back half of that musical really hit home for me in terms of just like knowing myself and knowing other people who've gone to great lengths to kind of either like not completely deal with some of their mental health issues for whatever reason. And yeah, it just really hit home. Just that idea of like, it's okay, that hashtag in the song, you will be found, and just kind of that message of you're never alone and there's people here to help. Yeah, just really stuck with me. It really struck a chord, and I think it did with a lot of people. There were a lot of people crying at the end, and I mean, just for everyone out there. I mean, not just you, but like everyone. And like for me, like I'm not at all a shining beacon of taking care of one's mental health. But if there's anything, like, just don't bottle it up. There are people here who will help, talk, support out there. So just do what you need to do. The last letter, you found it. Now I've got all the letters I've lost today. Oh, thank you so much. You're a lifesaver. I wish there was some way I could repay you for your help. Actually, to be honest, I haven't just lost letters on Mount Rugged. I may have sort of dropped some all over the Mushroom Kingdom while I was flying. Yeah, you know you're good at finding letters. You know you're good at finding letters. Do you think you could keep an eye out during your travels? In return, I can offer you whatever help I can. Yeah, of course I'm going to take that. Oh, praise the stars! I wasn't looking forward to having to find those letters all by myself. No, sir. I'll do my very best to help. You shall not regret this. Parakarry joined your party. Press down to have him carry Mario and fly for a short time. He can carry Mario over short gaps that he couldn't jump across by himself. While in battle, he can attack with Skydive or smash into enemies using his Shell Shot ability. Now, onward. Oh hey, but by the way, if you want to deliver a letter to someone, just speak to that person. I have to be next to you at the time for it to work though. Keep it in mind, alright? Yeah, we definitely need that. There we go. All refreshed. And now... Okay. Alright, so that's how Parakarry works. Can I use him for this thing? Oh. No. Okay, that's a different thing. Good old Parakarry. He's an interesting partner. I didn't really get him as a kid. but his starting moves have some situational usefulness. Okay, I will keep an eye out for that then. So yeah, Ian, otherwise, did you have an okay weekend? Did you get up to anything fun, exciting? Just kind of relax? Alright, so let's see what Parakarry can do. Skydive, kick an enemy. Okay. Actually, we can use the hammer on this guy, right? Yeah. Actually, no. Let's use the spirit. Focus. There we go. I had a decent weekend. Took my younger brother to see Captain Marvel, and we had some good conversations, so that was a lot of fun. Great! What did you think of Captain Marvel? I thought... I'll throw my opinion out there, and then while you type. I thought Captain Marvel was pretty good. I think the beginning of it is kind of messy, and it's partly by design, just because of the way they structure the story. Oh, I liked it quite a bit. I thought it was a clever way to do another origin story without being a rehash of the same way all the other stories have done it. Yeah, I think the like time skip elements of it and like having to rewind to kind of piece it all together was interesting. I just think I had a hard time following it at the beginning, but I think there's a certain point in the movie, and so this is spoilers for anyone watching the VOD after the fact, or if you're here in the room, cover your ears. I felt like there was a certain point in the movie where like it started to click for me, and I think it was a bit after the autopsy scene, somewhere around there, where like, oh, it all started to get like click for me, and I started to really enjoy it more, versus me like trying to piece together like, oh, what's going on? This is weird. I don't understand these characters and what they're trying to say. Oh, jeez. All right, let's see what this guy can do. So skydive, can he fly all the way back? Ah, okay. So that's the situational part, I think. Okay, let's try this. Oh, geez, that completely whiffed. Okay. Oh, jeez. Uh-oh. This is bad. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, we're gonna have to refresh here real quick. Hey, Slevin! How's it going? Running through the 6th. Long time no see, but good to see you again. How are things? I hope you were not one of those people that called 911 on the Amber Alert yesterday. And I'm glad everything worked out this time. I think the whole... I don't know, man. Whoever's calling the 911 on the Amber Alerts are ridiculous, and they just need to chill. Cause, geez, like we're trying to help people find missing kids here. So yeah, Ian, just to fill you in, because we're having a local conversation here. Amber Alerts are kind of these push notifications that are texted to every phone across the country, or at least across the province, when like a child goes missing. And the last time this happened, or like the previous time, because it happened yesterday, the time before, we have Amber Alerts in the States as well. Okay, great. It happened at like 11:30 at night. And a lot of people complained, and were complaining on Twitter and calling 911 to complain like, oh, this Amber Alert was too loud. It vibrated my phone for too long. You woke me up from my sleep. I gotta go to work in the morning. And unfortunately, like, meanwhile, there's a kid missing, and it ends up turning out that, like, the father killed the daughter. and the Amber Alert system was helped to like capture the guy eventually. Like, I mean, not soon enough to save the daughter, but like, it's ridiculous that people were so, I guess, selfish in that situation and not thinking about like the greater situation. Like, if that was your kid, of course you would want everybody to help out as much as they can, and that's what the system's for. And it worked then to apprehend the guy before anything else happened, and this situation, it helped before anything happened either. So yeah, I thought like after the first time, or like after that last situation on Valentine's, that people would be more understanding of the importance of the Amber Alerts, but apparently not everyone got the memo, and that's really unfortunate. Ooh, well, way too early. But yeah, Slevin, otherwise, like, how are things with you? Did you have a good weekend? Bit busy. What's been keeping you busy? You watch Captain Marvel like Ian by chance? But yeah, overall I thought Captain Marvel was really good, and finals coming up and a lot of work. Ah, okay. And you did. Okay, what did you think of Captain Marvel? Wasn't bad. Okay. Not necessarily the a glowing review, but that's okay. Wasn't good either. I will say it is not my favorite of the Marvel movies, but I thought it was good. And I understand if someone's just like, okay, it was not my favorite. That's fine. Better than Iron Man 3. So I haven't seen all of the MCU movies, and so I haven't seen Iron Man 2 or 3. Ooh, Quake Hammer. Slightly damages all enemies on the ground or ceiling. Huh. Okay, let's see. What badges do I got going right now? Oh, I've still got points. So let's go add a badge here. What? Oh, I can do like all sorts of stuff here. Okay, we can do two things. Better than Iron Man 3. You're lucky. I'm apparently in the minority on Iron Man 3. Oh, you like Iron Man 3? Okay. I mean, that's fine as well. I've heard Iron Man 2 is really bad. I only saw the ending of Iron Man 2, so I can't say. I did see all of Iron Man 1, and I like that one a lot. Oh, wait. This is one of the ones where I have to, like, blow it up, right? Okay. Change member. It's not my favorite by a long shot, but I thought it did some interesting things for the character. Okay. Yeah, in terms of MCU movies, some of my top 3. Although I'm starting to think, like, having watched Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, I know that doesn't count. That might actually be my favorite Marvel movie. I love what they did with the story there and all the different spider people, and I just felt like that story had a lot going on that the other ones don't, and it just has like this crazy look to it. Anyway, unfortunately, I'm swapped right now. Just wanted to drop by and say congrats on making partner. Thank you, Slevin. I dropped this by you. Whoa! Dude, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You got the dance, you got the music. That's amazing. Thank you. I will... So, I have to apologize in advance. I don't have the badges yet. I will... I'm working on those with a graphic designer right now. But I appreciate you so much for the sub. And you take care. You have a great night. I hope you get done whatever you need to get done. And I hope to see you around. So take it easy, man. Thank you. Keep it up. Thank you. I will. I will. Man, that was so cool. Shout out to Slevin. Already said. I'm glad the music worked that time. I'm glad I could hear. Yeah, the music worked and everything. I think it's really important, at least to me, that someone who actually goes out of their way to subscribe gets at least that. Unfortunately for Double Jump, I had the audio muted on the music that time, and I totally missed it. So apologies to them. Shout out to Chris and Rachel. And uh-oh. Now let's focus. And then Ian says, "Oh man, Spider-Verse was so good. I'd agree that it's in the top." Yeah, if we're counting animated movies, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is my favorite Marvel movie. So good. Such a great story, such a great look. I think it just nailed everything. And like when the Oscar nominees came out and that was the animated, like I thought there were 3 categories that were like locks in the Oscars this year, and it was Best Foreign Film was going to go to Roma because it was also nominated for Best Picture. Best Original Song was going to go to Shallow, and Best Animated Film was absolutely going to Into the Spider-Verse. Nope, I gotta go with Parakin. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, jeez. What is the button again to switch partners? Nope. Is it this one? There it is. Alright. Yeah, what other MCU movies? I loved Captain America Winter Soldier. Guardians of the Galaxy is up there. Black Panther is up there for me as well. Not necessarily a fan of the Avengers movies. Any of the ones that had a lot of star people in it, I'm interested to see what happens in this next part. I'm curious as well. Oh, hey there. Hold up a sec, partner. Oh, Paper Mario. Okay. Just a darn minute. I've seen you somewhere. Bum, bum, bum. Yep, very similar. You look a lot like this feller Mario, who's on Bowser's Wanted poster. Now give! What's your name? Oh. I mean, I'm interested in Endgame 2. Just typed that before Avengers came up. Okay, no worries. Well, if you're Mario, I reckon I've got to bust you up. What was I going to say? Yeah, the Avengers movies haven't really done it for me. I just feel like they get too... I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of the meta story that ties all of this together. I think there's just like too much stuff to follow, and it gets kind of messy for me. Power balance. Okay, that was a good 1-2 punch there. Uh-oh. I have not seen injury. I haven't seen status before. Can I... Oh, I can't switch. Can I... Do I have an item that heals? No, I do not. I read a really good article, I wish I was remembering the source, that talked about how the Avengers movies aren't as strong because they lose a lot of the individual personality that makes each separate superhero special, and I agree a lot with that sentiment. Totally agree. one of my favorite MCU movies is Ant-Man, and I love that it's just this. It's a mostly self-contained story that really focuses on the character and brings out the best in Scott Lang. Like, Ant-Man in any other movie would get completely lost, and in this particular movie, he was really able to shine and then put him in a story that really brings out the best of him, and I love that movie for that. And unfortunately, yeah, he gets lost in all the other ones. And then, like, yeah, Spider-Man Homecoming was another one where I thought they did an amazing job of introducing Peter Parker into the MCU versus just kind of making like a weird cameo in the Captain America movie, which is really just an Avengers movie. I still need to catch the second Ant-Man. Second Ant-Man's pretty good as well. Ooh, that was great. Of course, now I have no flower points, but that did a ton of damage. That is a good attack. Yeah, that was awesome. Whew. Okay, we should probably start focusing up here. Nice save. Thank you. Abilities, Sky. You hit Wacka, you monster. I don't understand. Why do I not? Am I not supposed to fight this guy? Maybe it's one of those things where I probably could have picked, like, the peaceful route, and instead I chose to fight him. Also, hey, Randy, how's it going? The blue mole guy earlier. Probably last episode. Okay. I completely forgot. Alright. Woo! Yeah, if you tell me you are Luigi, he doesn't attack you, but will ambush you later when he realizes. Oh, okay. That's neat. That's a really neat touch. Terra carries down. So Randy, did you have a good weekend? Oh no! Where'd Mario go? Oh, oof. Huge drop. Just resting. Okay, rest is good too. I haven't told you guys about my weekend. My weekend was really busy. On Saturday... Wait, we did something Friday. What did I do Friday? I don't think I wrote down what I did on Friday. Oh no, Friday we were home. I was streaming Anthem, and... yeah, that was a pretty uneventful stream. I try and do, like, good streams all the time. That one was very last minute. I'm just gonna play, turn the camera on. I didn't really advertise it. And I will say Anthem is not a very good streaming game. So I don't know how much of that I'm going to stream going forward. That said, I think the game is better than what the reviews... oh, jeez. Than what the review scores give it. And then Saturday, we went to Toronto Comic Con, where I did some shopping. I got to see the panel with the voice actresses behind Symmetra and Pharah of Overwatch. They're very funny, and they had some really interesting insights about how they got picked for their roles and some of the behind-the-scenes stuff and their motivation, or like their oh, hey, we did beat the boss. Their how they came up with the voices that they did. Okay, hold up. Let's do. Yow! I got whooped. There it is. I should post more of those clips. One of the things that came out was the voice of Symmetra was invited to. She had like one night to send in a rehearsal audio clip thing, and so like she had just gotten home. She's in the, or not gone back to the hotel. She's in the middle of a vacation, and just like super late at night, she just recorded something on her phone and emailed it over, and was like, "I'm probably not gonna get this." And then they invited her in, and so that was cool. The other one, oh man, the voice of Farah had a history. She's done stuff with Blizzard before, and I think she imagined Farah being evil, and so when she did her rehearsal, she sent like this clip of like an evil person, and when they brought her in, she was like, "No, like that's not. We like your voice. That's not necessarily the way we want you to approach the character. We want you to think of her as female Captain America." And so that was kind of that's where the voice comes from. And then for Symmetra, where her voice comes from, it's very, very serious, very stoic. I think there's that line of like, "Let us discuss your failures," or something like that. I don't remember the exact line. I don't play Symmetra, and I don't run into Symmetra much. But the voice actress behind Symmetra said when she saw that, like, she conjures up visions of like her Indian aunties, and her disapproving Indian aunties was what she specifically said, especially with the "let us discuss your failures" and the "oh, you're not married yet," and all of the type of judgy stuff she said they would say. And so that's where that comes from. That's so good. Oh man, there's a couple other ones. They talked about like which skins were their favorites of the characters, and some of the other work, like video game voice acting versus other stuff. I have to post those clips. There's a couple. I took a couple. I try to not, and I have a bad habit of doing this when I'm at like big events, of just, I'm at a concert or I'm at a panel and I spend the entire time looking at it like this, when I could just be, looking at it in real life. So you have a couple clips, some other ones, some fun interactions with them that I should share on the Instagram or on Twitter at some point. We're gonna bail out. We're gonna go back to this safe space here. Also saw Jaleel White in a panel, and he's very articulate, very serious about his craft in a way I did not expect, and also, yeah, not at all like Steve Urkel in real life. He's totally playing a character. He's just like a totally smooth and composed guy. He's a lot more like Stefan. And he talked about Stefan as well, where at a certain point, so for anyone that hasn't watched Family Matters, at a certain point he develops this machine and he transforms himself into a different version of himself that's like a super slick, cool guy, which is a lot closer to what he is in real life. And the actor, like Jaleel White, when he was reading the scripts for that, was like, "I hate this character. I do not want to play Stefan. He's super boring. He's just this cool guy, and he just says nice things to people all the time. There's nothing really interesting here." And the creators of the show, like the producers of the show, were like, "It's really important that you do Stefan because people need to see the real you." Because they were very concerned that, like, by the time the show's done, he would be typecast as Steve Urkel forever. Now, a lot of people think of him as Steve Urkel forever, but he said in the show, like, he's been constantly working and acting ever since. He just finished up 2 Netflix shows. I can't remember what they're called. He was on Dancing with the Stars. He's been very busy. So that may have been a great business move on their part to show a different side of him so that he could work beyond being typecast as Urkel for the rest of his life. Alright, so, oh geez, I missed that part. I'm known as Colorado. I'm an archaeologist, I travel the world. At the moment, I'm turning Dry Desert upside down to find the Dry ruins. My assistants have attempted to gather information in Dry Outpost, which is near here. Sadly, as of yet, we're little success. All I need's a clue, and we'll be golden. Alright, gotta go find some stuff. Oh, you're Colorado, correct? The name's Parakarry. I deliver letters. I believe I have one for you. Hang on a moment. Gotta run for a bit. Might check back. If not, have a great stream. Thank you so much, Ian, for dropping by. Always appreciated. Take care, and I hope to see you soon. If you're not able to drop by later, that's totally okay, and I'll see you around. Take it easy, man. Yeah, we'll talk later about like the Google console and the Nintendo, the Nindy showcase, and all that stuff. So, take care. All right, while we're here, let me go get a glass of water here. And I shouldn't be checking my phone. And I've turned off the notifications, but I might have a message from... Oh, nope, that one's okay. We'll let that go. Alright. Back at it. Another letter. Duly delivered. A postman's job is never done. Oh, good show. It's a letter from my wife. Thank you ever so, old chap. This is just what I needed to give me strength to go on. I know. I'll pass this along as a spot of thanks. I came across it while I was immersed in the dig around here. Hey, got a star piece. To get to the desert town, Dry Outpost, just go due east of this on this path. I'd be careful not to stray from the path if I were you. You may find some trouble and you'll definitely get lost. Even the path isn't that safe, so watch out for enemies. We're assisting Professor Colorado. Right now, we're waiting on the guy who hiked over to Dry Outpost to try and bring back some information. Did you know the people of Dry Outpost are descendants of the makers of Dry Ruins? What a cool thought, though. What a cool thought, huh? People have been living here, watching over the ruins for many generations. Okay. So I wonder what's north. Because we were there, and... Oh, there's some stuff south here, too. Maybe we should read the sign. What else did I do at Toronto Comic Con? I didn't do much shopping at Toronto Comic Con. I will say it was packed. I was not expecting that, because Toronto Comic Con is usually it's the smaller show. Yeah, it's the smaller show between that and Fan Expo, and it only uses half of the South Hall. So, much smaller in scale. Oh. But yeah, it was packed. Lots of great costumes. I saw one guy's costume made it on the front page of Reddit, which was really cool. It was this guy who was Captain America. Oh man, they're jacking all my money right now. Jerk. Quake Hammer. That should do it for him. Let's see if we can get the timing. Oh, jeez. I don't have the timing for that at all. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, packed show, which was nice to see. And Steph and Michelle went to a body paint panel, which they were a little disappointed in. They thought it was more from the perspective of a model, of like, hey, don't feel nervous about doing body paint. Versus like, here's the tips on how to do proper body paint. I was only there for the one day. I'm usually like, yeah, for most cons I'm only there for the day, but for Fan Expo I'm there the whole weekend. And then after that, on Sunday, I was volunteering for Extra Life, and we were at Breakout Con at the Sheridan Center in Toronto, like in the downtown core. I'd never been to Breakout Con before. I've never been to a board game convention, so that was a really interesting experience for me. getting to see all the different tables. So they've got like the 3rd floor of a hotel, and it's this conference area, and it's not like one massive space. It's a lot of like smaller boardrooms they've got taken up. So there was a room for D&D. The biggest room had like general board games, like the stuff that I play, like a Pandemic and your Settlers of Catan, all that stuff, and it had a library that you could take out games from. And there were a lot of booths that were demoing their games, and I got to see a few. I saw there was like a ballet one, which looked interesting. I love games with just different themes that haven't been done before. I feel like I need someone else for this. Oh, jeez. Okay. Let's just use a regular hammer here. Alright, cool. And yeah, so there was the big board game room. There's a lot of D&D stuff. There were a lot of booths dedicated to selling dice and books and... Ooh, that hurts. Okay. So yeah, don't do the jumpy things on these guys. Oh, geez. Nope, that's bad. Okay. Hearing about this makes me think about cosplay for Fan Expo this year. Yeah, you should probably think about that. I don't think I saw any cosplay at the Board Game Con, though. I did talk to some people LARPing, though. Or they had just finished LARPing. So yeah, I was there as part of Extra Life, so I didn't really get to partake in anything. I just kind of walked around. I saw some people prototyping their games. That was cool. Some people, like, yeah, they were playtesting games and all that. And what else did I see? Yeah, it was interesting. I thought there'd be more shopping for the type of stuff like I play. More general designer board games versus, say, like the D&D stuff, but that was okay. I don't know if it's gonna require some sewing, though. I know you haven't played it, but I absolutely adore the game Wandersong and want to cosplay the main character. It's gonna require some sewing, though, which I can't do. Okay, I cannot sew either. We at least have a sewing machine here, if you need access to one. I mean, Steph might be busy. I don't know what their costumes are going to be, and I know Steph and Michelle will probably... Oh. Hello, fellow travelers. I'm in the middle of a journey, just as you appear to be. Other travelers I meet are like brothers and sisters to me. If a town is what you seek, follow this path to the east. A desert town called Dry Dry Outpost waits at path's end. Alright, so we'll just keep going right. Yeah, it was very cool to be on the other side of the table for Extra Life and being able to talk to people about like how much they know about the program and trying to get people to sign up. It was a slow day, so there weren't that many people, but I did get a donation. It was like one of the first people I talked to was like, oh yeah, I'm familiar with Extra Life, and I just want to help out. And he just pulled out $5 and change and donated, and that was great. And he wasn't like... So part of the table setup at Extra Life is if you donate $5 or more, either... Oh, okay. If you donate $5 or more, you get a button that says donate. And this guy didn't even know that was a thing. He just donated because he wanted to donate. He knew it, wanted to help out, and that was amazing. So shoutouts to whoever that was. I did not get his name. And I probably shouldn't say it out on stream anyway, for privacy reasons. Yeah, that was a good first experience. Shoutouts to Justin and Jess, who are part of the Extra Life Toronto Guild leadership group that trained me up and were there with me. It was great to meet them, and I look forward to working with them and hanging out with them in the future. Uh-oh, this is gonna be bad. Okay. So yeah, Wandersong, like where is that? Where is that game? Like, is that a Nintendo Switch thing? Is it, what kind of game is it also? Oh damn, he just jacked my money. Switch and PC, okay. It's a cute story game about a bard who solves problems by singing. Okay. Actually, since I got you here and we're talking about Nintendo stuff, what did you think of the Nindy Showcase today? They showed a lot of stuff. I've got a list of almost all the games. I think at a certain point I was running out of room on my page, and I was like, I don't even remember. I can't even really articulate what these games are and what I like about them, other than just being able to read what I wrote down on the paper, so I kind of stopped. We can talk about a couple of the big ones, but I will wait for your reply. What did you think of what Nintendo showed at the Nindy Showcase today? There's a bunch of story games I'm interested in. Okay. Like what? Plus, Zelda Necrodancer looks amazing. Yeah, I will definitely have to pick that one up. And also, I should try Crypt of the Necrodancer at some point. Red Lantern looks cool. Yeah, that's the dog sled Iditarod one, right? Welcome, Dry Outpost. Cuphead, massive news. Nintendo and Microsoft being buddy-buddy is a huge deal. And I'm very curious to see where that goes. Neon Cab looks interesting too. Yeah, I love the idea of that. Just the ride share. Like, I love just unique themes in games and people exploring different ideas for gaming experiences. And yeah, just the idea of the ride share and the story and the kinds of stories you can tell in that framework sounds really cool to me. So, looking forward to trying that out. Cuphead is a huge deal, but I'm not going to play it. I'm on the fence. Like, that is such a huge game, and it looked amazing from when we played it, but at the same time, I still remember us getting destroyed playing it at Fan Expo. Now, I've heard some stuff of us, like, partially playing it wrong. Apparently, there's a parry mechanic that we didn't use at all. Oh, what's going on? Uh-oh. Thief? Uh-oh. I'm never gonna go get anywhere in Cuphead. Okay. Temporarily closed. Oh no. So yeah, I think I will pick that up nevertheless, and you can drop by the house and we can co-op that together. Hey, guess what? Hey, somewhere in the desert there's a stone cactus. If you move 3 south and 2 west from there, you'll find something special hidden. Okay, let me write that down. So, there's the stone cactus. I'm not going to remember this, so I need to write this down. 3 south, 2 west. Okay. Ugh, also slouching again. Can't do that. I'm not sure how to find it exactly, however. You should go there, huh? Yeah. Hey, want to hear something else? I know lots of other stuff. Useful stuff. Hey. Alright, one more time. Hey, did you know? The desert is dangerous. If you get caught in a desert whirlwind, it'll blow you away and you'll get lost. Bandits are out there too. They appear all of a sudden running really fast and they'll steal people's coins. There are many tails. You'd better pay attention to them too, because the desert is an unforgiving place. Hey, want to hear more? Not right now, but thank you. Thanks, Tips. Welcome, travelers. You must have had a long, hot journey getting here. Welcome to Dry Dry Outpost. Mustafa is the leader of this entire town, so you'd better keep it in mind. Although you probably won't ever see him. That's weird. Oh, where's the man no one knows he stays hidden from his foes? Are you aware that there's a dojo in Toad Town? There is! A while ago, I took one of the dojo challenges and did pretty well, I must say. I got a 2nd degree card. You look pretty strong, so... Huh? You haven't earned any cards? No, I have not. Sorry, scratching. Shoulder itchy. Yeah, some of the other things I was interested in. Oh, Crypto the Necrodancer, I'm probably going to have to pick up at some point. I think I might just pick that up now, even if it's not on sale, just so I have an idea of what I'm getting into. Just to be able to speak with more context of what the game is about. My friend Pedro looks cool. Just that sort of John Woo 2D action and shooting. That looked great. Sorry, I'm looking down at my notes. I'm not just staring at the floor. Necrodancer is fun, but pretty hard. Okay. Yeah, some of the names here. Nuclear Throne, Stranger Things 3, Katana Zero, Darkwood, Neocab. I mean, it looked like a pretty solid lineup. I don't know if I'm, like, over the moon on anything. Even the Zelda one. I think the two big takeaways from me from that showing was, one, Nintendo and Microsoft working really close together. That makes for some really interesting combinations of things that could happen. I've heard Ori and the Blind Forest is on the way. That kind of got leaked by a retailer. But, like, do we get to a point where we see the Halo Master Chief Collection on the Nintendo Switch? Or, let's say, the Gears of War trilogy on the Nintendo Switch? Because those games, like, running on an Xbox 360, the Switch is at least as powerful as that. And that could happen, in theory. I've heard, this is not me making this up. Well, I have heard rumors on the internet that could be a thing. And in a world where now Nintendo gets Cuphead, like that seems more feasible. Are you addressing me? A composer am I, writing songs? Well, I try. Sigh, I wish I could find some lovely, heart-moving lyrics. I want to compose music filled with beautiful lyrics. It's my fondest wish. Okay. Let's keep going. A brother and sister who are very close live atop Shooting Star Summit. The brother, Marlowe, collects star pieces and will trade badges for them. The sister, Merluvi, is a fortune teller who will tell you where to find badges. Hey, hello! I'm assisting an archaeologist, Professor Colorado. I came to Dry Dry Desert to excavate Dry Dry ruins, but it's hot as blazes every day and I'm constantly thirsty. I want to quit and go home. Kaweez! It's everyone's favorite Quizmaster Chuck Quizmo. Want to try the quiz? No. Oh no, not up to it, huh? Maybe another time. Well, so long, farewell, till we meet again. Not gonna lie, guys, I don't actually remember where we're going right now. Can I just, like, lie in the bed? No, I can't. The Toad House. Okay, yeah, let's go take a nap. Did you sleep well? Good luck out there. So yeah, oh geez, yeah, there's the two things that I took from that. Nintendo and Microsoft being closer, and possibly more collaborations in games going from Microsoft to Nintendo. I don't think it's going to go the other way around. That'd be crazy though, playing Legend of Zelda on an Xbox One. And how beautiful that could be. Of course, it's not going to happen. Well, I guess maybe it's like slightly more feasible to happen in this new world, but I doubt it. And the other thing, like, indie devs getting access to put Nintendo characters in their games and integrate them that deeply with Zelda and Crypt of the Necrodancer, like, what other games could benefit from that? Like, do we get the people behind Shovel Knight to make, I don't know, a Kid Icarus or a 2D Metroid, or like, I haven't even thought of all those possibilities, but or get the people of Hollow Knight to make a Metroid game. Oof, that would be so good. And man, this shoulder is so itchy right now. Dry Outpost was built by robbers long ago, you know. The boss of the robbers was the descendant of a king. The king hid the entrance to the ruins of his kingdom, and the robbers' boss guarded them. Legend has it that even now, the descendant of the boss hides in this town and keeps the ruins safe from prying eyes. Oh. Alright, let's see if we can catch the purple dude. Welcome, traveler. This is the renowned Little Monster Shop of Dry Outpost. What can we interest you? Check. Okay. They kind of started the collaboration with Mario Rabbids, but an indie developer making a Zelda game is huge. Yes. And technically, there's been collaborations before that. I don't know if you remember this, but F-Zero GX was actually developed by Sega. So it goes back. And I'm pretty sure there are other ones as well. Oh, Mario Party is made by Hudson Soft. So, yeah, the collaborations do extend, and it's still uncommon for Nintendo to do it, but indie devs getting access to Nintendo IP like that is crazy. Yeah, off the top of my head, like, which devs would I want to see work on? I don't actually remember the names, but it's just like the people who made Hollow Knight, the people who made Shovel Knight, the people who made Celeste. There are so many talented indie devs that if you like, who make stuff that is already inspired by Nintendo products, if you give them the IP, like what crazy things they could do, be so good. And they did it so well that Nintendo decided they couldn't make a better F-Zero, so they stopped making them forever. Yep. We got so much money right now. Dried pasta? Oh. Dried shroom. Honey syrup. Dusty hammer. Throw at the damage an enemy. Lightning attack. Ooh. That's huge. Okay. Let's carry on. But I will say the big news of this week, and I'm very curious, I feel like people are sleeping on this announcement. The Google Stadia stuff is wild. It is crazy. It has the potential to completely shake up the entirety of video games as we know it, and I feel like there are people that are skeptical. I get it. Streaming services have been tried by other developers for some time now. Sony has PlayStation Now, and it goes all the way back. Like, people were streaming stuff since like the 8-bit era, I believe. I know Sega had the Sega Channel where you're streaming stuff to the Sega Genesis, and no one's really gotten it right. But if anyone's gonna do it, I think Google is in a really good spot to do it. They have the infrastructure to make this work. They have the server farms, they have the technology. I think it remains to be seen if they have the right video game minds to make that thing happen, and if they've got the game support. And the internet infrastructure is what scares me the most. Just the input delay. If that doesn't feel anything If it feels less than ideal, like if like playing something locally, like I'm out. But at the same time, once it gets to a point where it's indistinguishable, Google is like in a prime spot to do that first and do that better than anyone else. Like really, the only companies that could do that type of system well would be like Google, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon. And I think like that's it, really. I don't think Sony has the reach. Microsoft, I did mention them. Nintendo definitely doesn't. Oh man, no way. Someone who gives things is nice. Yes, very nice. Nice guy gets told nice stuff. Alright, let's give something. You can get a fry jar. Ah, you give me something. You might be nice. If you're a very nice guy, you'll give me something more. Alright, fine. I just bought this pasta. Ah, you give me something. You might be nice. If you're a very nice guy, you'll give me something more. Fine. How about now? You give me many things. Very nice guy. Yes, very nice. My name is Sheik. I trade in information. Things others do not know. So, nice guy. What would you like to know? Oh, how do we get to the ruins? Yes. You must see Mr. Mustafa to find the resting place of Dry Dry Ruins. Mr. Mustafa is a descendant of the great robbers who built the Dry Dry outpost. He is somewhere in the town, yes, but exactly where, only his close followers know. I could tell his secret, but only the nicest of nice guys, yes. If you still seek knowledge, you must give me something more. Okay, fine. I thank you for giving me things. Oh, wait, is he just gonna tell me the same thing? You must see Mr. Mustafa to the find... Yeah, he's just telling me the same thing. Damn it! Oh, no. Okay. Dry Dry Outpost was built by the robbers long ago, you know. The boss of the robbers was the descendant of a king. The king hid the entrance to the ruins of his kingdom, and the robber boss guarded them. Legend has it that even now, the descendant of that boss hides in this town and keeps the ruins safe from prying eyes. Okay. I heard that an archaeologist named Colorado is around here looking for Dry Dry ruins. You know what? Even if he digs up the entire desert, he won't find them. Alright, so I'm probably gonna have to talk my way through this. Long ago, in this very land, there was a kingdom called Dry Dry Kingdom. King Musta ruled over it. One dark day, he was betrayed by his subjects. In the uprising that followed, Dry Dry Kingdom was ruined. King Musta escaped and vowed vengeance on his enemies. He gathered those faithful to him and defeated his betrayers. King Musta's supporters were the original robbers who built Dry Dry Outpost. I was sent here because we heard there's an important clue about the ruins, but I can't find the information trader anywhere. It's vital that I find him so I can get the clue. I don't want to think about how mad the professor will be if I get back to him with nothing. What am I going to do? I found him, though. A brother and sister who are very close live atop Shooting Star. Okay, we talk to him. So do I go back to Colorado now and tell him what I know? Are you from Toad Town? Wow, that's a ways away. Dry Dry Ruins? Nope, never heard of it. It sounds like a local fairy tale or something. Hey, if you're serious about looking for Dry Dry whatever, you should go and ask the information trader. Supposedly, this information trader in town and swaps information for items, or something along those lines. That's what my friend says. My friend? This guy? Nah, he's way too shy to be an information trader. My friend is the shyest guy. He can't talk to strangers at all. He just clams up. That's why I usually talk to him, you see. Talk for him, you see. What's that, buddy? You want to see the princess? Whoa-ho, that's a toughie. For that wish to be granted, I think you'd better wish to the stars, buddy. Hey, you travelers, am I right or am I right? Are you from Toad Town? Wow, that's a ways away. Dry Ruins? Okay, so this guy's giving me the runaround. I wonder... Is this where Goombario comes in? This Drylight is really quiet. He's shy, I guess, but I don't see any reason for him to be so timid. Drylights look like the heat doesn't even bother them. I wonder why. I'm boiling, and they're all wrapped up in clothes. What gives? Maybe it's because their clothes are wrapped loosely. I could use some threads like that. Yeah, something's going on here. And I don't know how to fix that. Have you seen the old fortune teller in Toad Town? He's always right, so fortune telling is famous. If you hit trouble in the middle of your adventure, it'd be a good idea to see him. Yeah, I talked to this guy. It's incredible to actually be seen in public. His personality is a mystery. He's surrounded by secrets. As long as you behave yourself, he won't mess with you. He's not a tyrant or anything. Please enjoy yourself. When you're feeling lost, ask Merlin to show you the way. This guy, something. I'm sure Rachel's yelling at me right now. Shout out to Rachel. This is a Koopa Troopa from the excavation team. The team is assisting Colorado. That looks like hard work, doing the chores, heat, ugh. He's a nomadic mouse who likes telling old tales. He knows much of the history of this town. The legend surrounding this town is very mysterious. I wish my hometown had such a cool legend. Then I could act mysterious. This is chic. You'd think for a guy could shake the dust from his clothes. If I didn't know he was an information trader, I'd say he's our best source of gossip. As an adventurer, we have to deal with all the... Oh, okay, okay. I think I know how to... I think I should ask about the other stuff. Favorite food. My favorite food starts with an L and ends with an N. It's a yellow fruit, so sour. Okay. Starts with an L. Fave. Food. L ends with an N. Yellow. Such a nice fragrance. Its tree grows only in the desert oasis outside town. If you were to go to the oasis and get one for me, I might believe you're a true nice guy. For of course, and only the nicest of nice guys can meet Mustafa. If you still seek knowledge, you must give me something more. Okay. Alright, so we gotta go get a lemon. I should also buy the supplies. Oh, that's not it. At least that's what I think I'm supposed to do. So I'm gonna go find a lemon. Yeah, the Google stuff. So I just got so sidetracked. Yeah, the Google technology is really impressive, and if they nail it, I think that fundamentally changes the distribution of games. And I don't think anyone else is ready to counter that. That said, I think they're gonna have issues with latency, and I'm curious to see how well it works. I'll need to see it to believe it, I'll need to play it to believe it, but the beauty of their system is that I don't have to go to the store and spend hundreds of dollars on a box. I've got controllers that are compatible with my computer. I use Chrome browser by default. I can just like hit the button on the YouTubes and just start playing, and that is crazy to me. All right, let's go buy some stuff here. Yeah, so very curious to see what Google ends up doing, but the platform they have, I like just watching that conference and seeing what they had there just made me go like, damn, that's the future of video games right there. I think there are aspects of it that freak me out. The idea that Google would have all the control over the infrastructure, and the fact that they could pull games at any time and then games gone forever. Yeah, preservation becomes a challenge. Google owning the entire ecosystem could be scary. All sorts of reasons why that could be a problem. And just the performance of it, like, are we really going to get to a point where, yeah, just physical's completely gone, internet, the infrastructure required to support that kind of network? Like, are we at a point where we're ready for that? We'll see. I think it is... I think that I've seen a lot of slander about the Google stuff and just people using the... whatever that mini game is when you have no internet that you can play as sort of like LOL console exclusives for Google. But like... I strongly believe that whether it's Google or Microsoft or Apple, whoever it might be, what they showed is probably going to be the future of video games. And whether we like it or not, like, I don't see how it's not that at some point. And so I think when we get down to it in the annals of video game history, that presentation is going to be I think it's going to be a watershed moment for the medium, and we'll look back on it and like, this is where we turn the corner on video games in the way they're distributed and played and shared and streamed, because Google has the thing. It may not work as advertised, it may work amazing when it comes out, it may not, but at some point someone is going to get that right, and that is probably where it's all gonna go. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about the Google Stadia. I don't even think I said the name. I was just like, the Google thing. But yeah, Google Stadia, I think, is one of the most fascinating video game stories in quite some time, and has the potential to completely shake up video games as we know it. Oh, geez, I ran right into that. That was not great. Okay. Yeah, are you guys at all excited to play Google Stadia? I want to try it. At the very least, I want to try it, and maybe it'll be amazing, maybe it'll be awful, but it'll be something. Oh jeez, run! Run, Mario, run! I kind of want to see what else is in this stage. Okay. There we go. Otherwise, what else did we talk? So yeah, Breakout Con. Breakout Con was interesting. I'm going back to the board game convention. From what I saw, it was interesting. I don't know if I would need a whole weekend there. I think that if I was maybe more playing D&D and that type of stuff, it would be more like it. I guess if I was just like, you know what, this weekend I just want to play a whole bunch of games I've never played before and try that out, I think that's where I would get value on it. But I don't game like that really. Like I like the idea of going to a board game cafe with my wife and friends and just trying out some games, have some snacks, and then carry on with our life. But like, kind of binging out on board games like that is not necessarily something I would do for an entire weekend non-stop. Though we have done some, definitely done some board game binges in our time. Alright, I don't know if I can actually blow this thing up, but no. Alright. So yeah, we'll just keep wandering around the desert. I've got to look for a what I think is a lemon. Uh-oh. Ah! Hey, Fright Jar. Oh. Okay, we'll let that go. How about this? Oh, that's just coins. Okay. Oh, okay, this is the end of this part of the world. Oh, do you think the hint the guy gave me from the stone cactus, go 3 south, 2 west, is the key to the lemon? Huh. Maybe. Alright, let's just keep exploring the desert, and we'll see what happens. If you're just tuning in, I'm Jet from InThirdPerson.com, a personal look at video games, board games, other nerdy pursuits. We are playing Paper Mario. This is my first ever playthrough of Paper Mario. I had never played this game otherwise. It's a long story, but we're trying it now. I really enjoy it, and right now... Oh, geez. Right now we are trying to find the favorite fruit of the information dealer. Man, these guys be taking my money. I'm not a fan of that at all. Give me that. Uh-oh. Oh, nice. Yeah, we should definitely refresh here. Yeah, let's focus here. One of the games from the Indie Showcase that really caught my attention, and it was like right at the beginning, right after Cuphead, was Overland, which looked a lot like XCOM, but also had RPG elements to it. Like, it's not just, hey, move dudes on a map and fight stuff. It looked like there was actual, like traversal and actions you were supposed to do and people you could talk to and stuff. And that looked really cool. I love the idea of that, and that definitely is on my short list of things I want to try out from the Nindy Showcase. Also, I'm totally lost in this desert. That's okay. We'll just keep going. We were looking for this guy's favorite food. The information dealer. And oh, this is where I was. Okay. We'll just keep going south, I guess. Good opportunity to talk, though. What do you guys got going on for the rest of this week? We're streaming Paper Mario tomorrow, Friday. I don't remember what's happening this weekend. Oh, I've got a friend of ours is celebrating her birthday, and we will be heading out of town for that. They live close to the US border, so... Oh. Have you played the new Overwatch hero yet? No, I have not. That is a great thing to talk about. Baptiste is out now in Overwatch, and I'm hoping to get to that this weekend. I'm not sure if I can probably play it on Saturday. I don't think I have time to stream it on Saturday. I can probably stream Sunday morning, though, and I would like to try him out. What do you think? Is he any good? You're playing Overwatch right now. Okay. You know, time and again, my mind returns to the image of ruins hiding in the desert. I guess while we're talking about that, yeah, Splatoon is on sale right now, and they're doing a free trial on Splatoon as well. It haunts me. I can't sleep. I am quite simply destined to be the one to find them. What? Whoa, you're Professor Colorado. It's Cooper. I live next to you. It's so great to see you. I never would have expected to meet up with you out here. I'm right in the middle of an expedition with Mario. I want to be an archaeologist like you. Hello there, Cooper. It's been ages. So, if you're serious about taking up archaeology, you and I should go exploring someday. Anytime, really. For now, you concentrate on your adventure with Mario. You'll never attain such fame in archaeology as I have if you don't finish one task before starting the next. Whoa, okay. As soon as we're done saving the princess of Mushroom Kingdom and everything, you and I'll go exploring. I didn't realize that was an interaction that could happen. That was cute. Okay, let's recharge. Let's save. And I think we will go... I like Baptiste, but I find his kit a tad boring. Oh, okay. Is it because the shot is boring? Like the main shot? Like looking at his weapons, it looks pretty cool. I like the idea of the healing grenades and kind of the life field stuff, but I can see like he's not really great for like taking people out, and the triple shot didn't seem like it did much. Oh jeez. Alright. Wake hammer. Yeah, Cooper seems really clutch here. Oh, oh, what is this? Dried fruit. Okay. We need to find... Oh, hold on. Alright. I should have stayed on the track, because we keep going east, and we find the stone cactus, right? Let's start there. There it is. Okay, so we go 3 south, 2 west. Let's do that. 1... 2. Whoa. 3 south. And 2 west. West is this way, right? I mean, on your screen it'd be this way. If you're looking at my camera. So we're gonna go that way. Oh, jeez. Yeah, okay, mostly the gun you find boring. Oh, geez, I used the wrong shot. Plus, his abilities have super long cooldowns. Okay. I would figured they would have, just for how crazy good they seem. But yeah, valid concerns. I look forward to trying him at some point. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, what's this? Uh-oh, I might be lost. I think this is where I have to go. Nope, that doesn't do anything. Okay. Oh! Could we? Alright. Let's try some stuff here. Because this looks super important right here. Okay, that doesn't do it. Can Bombette do it? No! Oh, this is not the character I want for... That was probably a waste of a focus, too, because we were almost there anyway. Not good. Okay. Okay, at least took it out in one shot. Alright, I'm not messing around. I don't want... I didn't want him to spawn other Pokies, so there's that. Alright, let's try an experiment and get this thing. Nope. Finally back, hey! Alright, Ian. Perfect timing. I need your help. I got to the desert. I found the information trader. He mentioned his favorite food. Starts with an L, ends with an N. Somewhere in the outskirts of the desert. I don't know where it is. Also, this looks like something super important, and I don't know what I need to do to get it. Alright, we're gonna hit this guy first. And so I've been wandering around the desert for the last few minutes. It's been a pretty boring stream, to be honest, because I haven't figured it out. Oh yeah, this is totally the wrong character for that. Ah, okay. Oh geez, I don't have enough, A lot of the cactuses stuff don't do anything, so you can ignore that. Okay, great. Yeah, I saw one with, like, the pink thing on top, and I wondered if I had to do something there. Oof. Ah, that wasn't gonna be enough? Oh, damn. As far as the item you need, there's a person in town who will tell you about where to find food in the desert, and you can go from there. So, I talked to someone who said, alternatively, I can try to remember how to get there. Someone told me about a stone cactus, which I found, and he said go 3 south, 2 west. And I think I've gone 3 south, 2 west, and there's nothing... At least I haven't seen it yet. So I got to this thing. Here, let me retrace my steps. I'll just keep going north till I find the track. I have not been here yet. Maybe we'll find something good. Oh, there we go. This desert is no joke. Alright, so... from here... Yeah, it was this. It was the stone cactus, 3 south, 2 west. So here's 1. 2. 3. And then we go 2 to this way. Because west is left, correct? 1. Oh. Okay, so it's 1 more. That was 1 west. This is 2 west. So something here. And it's this. And I don't... Is this a Bombette thing? No. Yeah, so this is where I'm at. I got to this. These were the instructions. I hope I got it right. And I would just let this rock. So I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. I guess I could keep exploring, or something. Or is there something I'm missing? Like, do I dig something up, or... This is a different objective. I think what you're looking for is much closer to the town. Head east for quite a while and see where that puts you. Okay. Yeah, I went all the way east. And... I went all the way east and I talked to the information broker, and he told me his favorite food starts with the letter L. Or favorite food starts with the letter L, ends with an N. It might be a completely different thing. Now that you mention it. I just went by the hint he was saying because that was all I had to go on. I'm still using the wrong character here. Nice. This area is pretty complicated navigation-wise. Lots of little areas to move through with little reason to visit most of them. I hear you. Dried fruit. Like, is the dried fruit the thing he needs? Oh, jeez. I don't have the... Nope. Yeah. Okay, we'll keep fighting. So yeah, Ian, one of the things I talked about while you were away was the Nintendo Nindy Showcase. What did you think of what they showed today? I guess while we grind our way through this, we can still talk about some other stuff and focus less on my inability to solve these puzzles at the moment. We're getting really lucky right now. Wow. I actually have not watched it yet. I was working when it happened, got home, played with my son for a bit, then after I got into bed, jumped right on here to watch your stream. Oh, dude! I mean, I appreciate you coming by to watch, especially if you haven't watched that direct yet. How much do you know? I don't want to spoil anything for you if you have not seen it yet, though I would imagine that just by virtue of being on Twitter, you probably will have seen kind of all the big stuff that happened. 6 star points. Actually, I could just use some... Yeah, I can use the dry fruit right now. Heal up, and then take this dry fruit. There you go. I heard about Cuphead announcement. I saw something called Cadence of Hyrule. I have no idea what that is. Okay, do you want to know? In particular, because... Let me know if you want to know. I think it is... It is very irrelevant to... I'm not gonna say it. I will wait for your answer, and then we can talk. You can talk about it. Okay, so... Oh, if you go southeast from here, you'll reach a beautiful desert oasis where lemon and lime trees grow. That's it. Okay. So Cadence of Hyrule is a take on Crypt of the Necrodancer tied in with the Legend of Zelda universe. So you are playing Crypt of the Necrodancer, which is already kind of Zelda-like to begin with, but it takes place in what appears to be Hyrule, and Link and Zelda are playable characters. And so, like, where this applies to you and me is that we kind of had a conversation of, like, hey, what happens if you give Nintendo IP to other developers? What could happen? And, like, what our ideas are for that. And then, boom, Nintendo did it. I admittedly did not have the makers of Crypt of the Necrodancer doing Zelda stuff, but I think it's really cool that it's happening, and it looks dope. I will definitely try that out. If you plan on reaching the oasis in one piece, be careful. Okay, so it's the southeast. Okay, let's go south and then go east. Ha! Talk about convenient timing. We can reference that in the post. Yes. We should get back around to talking about that. Yeah, I'll reach out afterwards on Twitter. We can talk about it. If I still don't know exactly what that post looks like yet. I have a couple of jot notes of, like, this would be a cool idea in terms of, like, game ideas, but I haven't thought through, like, how that looks like a post. We can talk about it after. But yeah, it's more relevant than ever in light of recent events. So it's kind of cool to see Nintendo going even further with that idea, especially with Nintendo, like, giving their IP to an indie dev. That's crazy. Sounds good. I have maybe 3 or 4 ideas. Perhaps this will be less about a bunch of different concepts and more about really digging into the strongest ones. I agree. it doesn't... Yeah, I don't necessarily think we need a lot of them. Maybe just a handful. Like, just talk about the concept and then throw a couple of ideas of our own. Hola, Games Revolution Inc. Thank you for dropping by. I hope you are doing well. I've been following your YouTube channel, and I've seen you've been playing a lot of Mario stuff lately. I saw you were playing, I think, Super Mario 3D World in particular, and that is one of my favorite Mario games. It was my game of the year that came out. And I'm not exactly sure how to get this thing, and I'm not sure if that's something we get now, we get later. Nah. Try hammering under the brick. Nope. Oh, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. I try and watch your stuff when I can. You stream at times normally where I can't watch your stream, but I have seen your YouTube videos and I'll watch when I can. And yeah, I do need to drop by your stream more, for sure. Okay, I think this is what we were looking for. Or at least we're getting close. Like there's actual grass and stuff. So that's good. Ah. Interesting. I know there's a way to get to it later, but a consumable item like that is a weird choice since the ability is way later. Okay. Hey, we did it. Okay. Awesome. Well, dry fruit, you gotta go. Meh, I don't stream a lot. I'm lazy on that. Don't worry if you don't come. I try to visit where I can. I do auto-host you as well. And so, GamesRev, did you watch the Nindy Showcase? And if you did, what did you think? I thought the Cuphead announcement, since we just finished talking about Cadence of the Necrodancer, like really cool that Nintendo's working with indies with their IP, or allowing indies to work with their IP. Like, I think giving Hollow Knight to... Oh, okay. That's actually, I need to write that down. Okay. I'm not going to say this out loud. I'm going to write it here so we don't blow this post whenever we get to it. All right. Yeah, the Cuphead announcement. I think that has... I mean, we've seen Nintendo and Microsoft do stuff before. Like way back, Banjo-Kazooie was on... Was it either the GBA or the DS? This is a super block. With this, you can upgrade one of your party members. The member you upgrade will gain attack power. The party member will also master a new ability. Which party member do you want to upgrade? Oh. He'll master Dizzy Shell to paralyze enemies. She'll master Power Bomb to attack all ungrounded. Airlift to carry an enemy from battle. Oh, these are interesting. Let's upgrade Paracarry. Do you want to upgrade this member? Yes. What was I saying? Oh, Cuphead. Microsoft. Like, Microsoft and Nintendo have done stuff in the past. Banjo-Kazooie has been on their portable platforms before. I think Conker has too. And good upgrade choice. Thank you. And then Minecraft has some special Nintendo stuff in it. So, I mean, this isn't necessarily, like, groundbreaking news per se, but I think it is really interesting to see Nintendo and Microsoft get cozy like this, because there's probably more coming in that. I would not be surprised if there were more Microsoft games that came to the Nintendo Switch. And I've seen some rumblings. Oh, a letter. Oh, nice. More tea in Koopa Village. In before everyone predicts Cuphead for Smash. That would be a good choice. I've seen, I think I was watching a Spawnwave video, and he mentioned the ideas of Halo, Gears of War, and Forza somehow showing up on the Nintendo Switch. And I was thinking, like, the Xbox One versions of those IP probably wouldn't run on a... No, they wouldn't run on a Switch. But if you were able to throw, like, Master Chief Collection on there, or the Halos separately, or Gears of War 1, 2, 3, those could work. It's actually funny. For a very long time, I was a Nintendo loyalist. That's why I play so much Nintendo stuff to this day. I only owned Nintendo consoles until the Wii era, and yeah, I was just really disappointed in the Nintendo Wii, and the two games that ended up tipping the scale to me buying an Xbox 360 were Guitar Hero 2. I'd played Guitar Hero at the store, and I really enjoyed it, wanted to play it at home, and they didn't have it on the Wii at the time. And Gears of War. That game looked crazy good. I wasn't even really big into shooters at the time, but that game looked so amazing that I had to try it out. GamesRev says, I want to see more, but I'm in work and it ends in 5 minutes, so I'll watch another time. Okay. Yeah, we'll definitely talk later. Good luck with the game. Thank you. Alright, information, dude. I've got the stuff. Give me the info. Oh, Heavenly, a lemon. The nicest of nice things. You have proven you're nice by giving me my favorite thing. And since you're so nice, yes, I'll tell you something really nice. How to see Mustafa. To find Mr. Mustafa, go to the shop in this town. First, buy a dried shroom. Okay, hold on. Dried shroom. I'm going to write this down because I'm going to forget. Then Dusty Hammer. You must buy them in the correct order. Yes, remember, dried shroom first, Dusty Hammer. This is a secret sign known to those loyal to Mustafa. If you buy these things in the correct order, the owner of the shop will let you see him. Remember, you must not buy in the incorrect order. If you still seek knowledge, you must give me more, you understand. That's enough. Ha! There we go. Thank you, Ian, for your help. I wish you luck in finding Mr. Mustafa, nice guy. Yeah, I think once we do this, we'll take a couple of minutes to just chat, and then we will wrap things up here. Sorry for everyone watching the VOD that, like, watched me just get lost in the desert for a really long time. Okay, so it's the dried shrooms. And of course, they're like the two worst items in the shop. Dusty Hammer. Fun fact, if you already know about the shop from playing the game before, you can skip this whole Oasis thing. Of course, then you miss the super block, so it's not practical to skip it. Oh, okay. You're already carrying a full load. Oh. Okay. Let's just check this line for now. And I hope this doesn't break the order. What ho! Buying a Dusty Hammer after a dried shroom is a secret sign that only friends of Mr. Mustafa know. That means you're in with Mustafa. Hey brother, good to meet you. Have any questions you need answered? Yes, please. You want to see Mr. Mustafa? He's usually up on the highest part of Dry Outpost. Just keep going up, my man. The highest part of Dry Outpost. Okay, how do we get to the highest part of Dry Outpost? Is that him? Oh, no, that's just graphic stuff. Okay, let's see if we can... Nope, that's not gonna work. How do we get to the highest part of Dry Dry? Oh! Hey, there's another letter. Hey, nice guy, we meet again. I'm glad you found me. I'm Mustafa. Moustafa? I'm the one you've been seeking all this time. When I'm out and about in Dry Dry Outpost, I use the name Sheik. It's always good to meet a genuine nice guy. Of course it's Sheik. I meet people all the time, but you are by far the nicest guy I've met so far. Your name is Mario, yes? I heard that you want to go to Dry Dry Ruins. I have a feeling you are on an important journey, so I'll tell you the secret. Dry Dry Ruins is a very important place. My ancestors have watched over it for many generations. If I do not keep evil folk out of the ruins, who will? You must promise me that you will tell no one this secret. I'll give you this. You got the Pulse Stone. The closer you get to Dry Dry Ruins, the faster it flashes. This Pulse Stone is the key to finding Dry Dry Ruins. Take it to the desert, yes? The Pulse Stone will flash above your head as you get close to the ruins. The closer you get to the ruins, the faster the Pulse Stone will flash. Follow it where it leads you. Find the place where the Pulse Stone flashes the fastest, and use it to open the way. Huh. Okay. I'm very curious now, because I was looking to wrap this up, but I feel like I'm going to forget that. Maybe we just do it. Alright, let's do the thing, and then we will close out the stream. So yeah, one more thing. Ian and anyone else still in the room, did you guys get to watch the Google stuff at all? Back to the desert we go. Also, how do I use this? Oh, I think I know where it is. Uh-oh. It's automatic once you leave the main path. Okay. Ah, oh, I probably should have done that. Rookie mistake. Ah. Ooh, 6. Huge damage. Oh, because he also got the power up there. So yeah, let me know if you had a chance to watch any of the Google stuff and if you had any thoughts on what that could mean. Oh, okay. Is that gonna do it? No. Yeah, the Parakarry upgrade is less for his new ability and more to add to his already ridiculous damage. Okay. Just keep walking in this desert. Oh, here we go. Oh, run. Okay, still tracking. Still tracking. Nope, it's gone. Okay. So not here. This way? No. Okay. Where are we going? Nope. Like, is it in this general vicinity? Okay, we'll keep walking. This is faster. Even faster. Okay. Oh. Faster still. Oh, jeez. Oh, I don't want to fight. Nice. Okay. Refresh. Ba-ba-bum. Give me that shell shot. Man, that move is so good. Still flashing super fast. Oh, jeez. Okay, what if we go up one? Okay. We're almost there. Ah, there it is. Nope. Da-na-na-na. Dungeon time. Hopefully there is a save, because we will do the dungeon next time. But let me find a save state first, and then we will close things out. You'll be able to save. Great! Also, I'm getting kind of hungry. We had dinner. I made stir fry today. It was okay. Okay, can I save inside, or do I have to go... Let's go off to the side and see what happens. No, not off to the side. Alright. Let's go inside. There it is. Blag, blag. I'm the huge, scary Tutankoopa, remorseless king of the desert. Who dares set foot in this, my palace of the sands? Speak and be known. Be gone from this place now, or disaster will befall you. Okay, that's safe. Alright. Let's get out of here. Wait, how do I just quit? Is there no quit game? Or you can't quit inside? How? I'm so confused right now. Like, I know I could just hit the reset button, but like, I swear there was like a exit to main menu option in this. But maybe there isn't. You just have to hit reset or turn the console off. Man, okay. Back in my day, there was no reset. Alright, that's fine. Alright, that is going to do it for today's stream. Thank you, Ian, for watching. Thank you, GamesRev, for dropping by. Thank you, Slevin, for dropping by. And thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, any sort of donations will probably just go back into the stream. There's some hardware stuff that I want to upgrade as well, and possibly use it to get more games as well, the stream. I mean, I've got a bunch of stuff here, but there might be some stuff that comes in, catches me off guard, and I'm like, oh man, I should stream that. And then, yeah, right now, any sort of donations will probably go towards that stuff. I am a long ways away from being able to quit my job and just do this full time, but to be honest, I don't actually know if that's something I would want to do. Like, from the stuff I've seen about streaming, and like from the people who have made it, like, I look at Ninja's life and think, like, do I really want to stream the same one game for 8 hours a day, every single day, and knowing he lost 40,000 subs because he didn't stream for one day because he was at an E3 charity event winning like $1 million for charity, but then losing like tens of thousands of dollars out of his own pocket? I don't know. I think there are, like, even if I were to get to that point, like just even before, like, the amount of work that it takes to get to a level where you have enough viewers and have enough donations to get to a point where you could do it full time, like, what's involved in actually making that happen, just, I don't know if that sounds all that appealing to me, to be honest. Yeah, that kind of stuff seems tricky to balance, just different kind of stress. Yeah. I don't know if I want that kind of stress, and the fact that you're then making video games your job, and I've had that experience before. Like, I've done, like, when I worked for, I mean, not like worked, I wasn't getting paid, but when I was writing for Splitkick, and I would get review copies of games, and I had to review this game, or, and like, not throwing any shade at any outlets I've done stuff for, but just the idea, like, when you are writing and you're making game content as a job, it's different from me doing the stream, getting to pick the games I want, getting to pick my hours, versus you've got to play this game, you've got a deadline, you have to write about it, and you have to play this game and rush to get it done. Like, the very first pro review I ever did was for a game called, it had the word blood in it. It was like it was an indie game that was like Scottish God of War, and it was awful. One of the worst games I've ever played. And like, I would have turned it off in the first 30 seconds of booting it up. Blood something. I'm gonna have to look that up. It was really bad. I wouldn't have played that myself, but because it was a review and it was my job at that point, like, I had to play that whole thing to completion and review it, and it was miserable. Like, playing bad games, like, I don't got time for that. I think the hardest ones are like mediocre games when it's like a 5 or a 6 out of 10 and everything's just kind of middling. Like, how do you find the angle to write something interesting about that type of game? Those are the hardest. If it's a bad game, it's really easy to just run down the bullet list of here's all the reasons why it sucks, or here's all the reasons why it's great if it's the other way around. But when it's just a mediocre game, like, oh, those are such a struggle to write about. And so yeah, making game content when you are not in control of the content you make is like it's cool and you get to work on game industry stuff, but like it's still a job and it's still stress, and it's still not necessarily exactly what you want to do when you want to do it. And I'm trying to be very mindful of that going forward, and like even the stuff I play. And that's been a balance as well of like, I want the stream channel to grow, but I also want to play what I want to play. I'm really enjoying Paper Mario right now, so this is working out for me. But like, I want to play Anthem as well. That game sucks at drawing in viewers, just like by virtue of being like way lower on the list of streamers because Twitch is such a top-heavy platform, and that game got really poorly reviewed, so not that many people are interested in it in the first place. And just the nature of that game is very, I don't think it's particularly interesting to watch. So like, as the streamer, you're really filling in the blanks, trying to find other stuff to talk about, and it just doesn't work. Even if that's the game I want to play, and I do want to play more Anthem. Spider-Man, here's one. Streaming secrets behind the curtain. Spider-Man was really bad for me in terms of streaming. Once again, single-player game. It was really popular at the time. I was like way low in the results, and I think, yeah, just that type of game is like, that's very cool to play, but it doesn't necessarily make for a great streaming game. And so yeah, my numbers tanked when I played Spider-Man, and it kind of stinks because like I was like close to hitting Twitch affiliate months ago, and part of the reason why I didn't get it when I did, I mean, it's not all Spider-Man's fault, but part of it was game choice, and the games I was choosing were not necessarily great for drawing an audience. So that's something to keep in mind. I mean, it's something I definitely want to find the balance for now. Before I was just kind of approaching it like, play whatever I want, and to a certain extent I probably still will. Like the Power Rangers Battle for the Grid game is coming out next month. I'm probably going to play that a bunch, just because it's something I'm genuinely interested in playing, even if it's going to be a budget Power Rangers game. I don't know if it's going to draw much of an audience, but like I want to play it, and ultimately I have to choose what I want to play because I want to play it. Like I can't play Fortnite because it's the popular game, because I'm just not that interested in Fortnite. Also, it's a terrible game to stream. Like now I'm just ranting now, but the idea of like streaming culture and this concept of people chasing the dream to be Twitch famous and make a full-time job out of this is something I've been really fascinated by. Ooh, here we go. Ian says, when I was studying theater, a piece of audition advice I was given is to avoid the most popular monologues/songs unless you know they are going to be the best at it, because you don't want to be compared to all the other people doing the same piece. Seems like the same logic may apply to streaming as well. That's part of it for sure. Like, you're probably not as good as Ninja as playing Fortnite. You're not going to have the community of people. Like, if you want to be part of the in crowd and part of the 100,000 people watching a stream at any given time, you're not going to have that. You're not going to be as good as him. Maybe you'll beat him in personality, but he seems like a pretty nice guy, all things considered. I take some issue with his stance on streaming with female gamers, but again, like that, not again, but like that's a personal decision, and I understand why he made the choice that he made. I disagree with it, but that's his choice. Yikes, yeah, that was rough. Yeah. Like the big, like I've worked on a piece as well, and it's something I want to write about more, because like the whole world of streamers trying to make a full-time career out of this is fascinating to me. I follow Reddit r/Twitch. I've been reading some articles. I've been like crunching some numbers to see like how feasible it is to make this a full-time career, and it's rough. Like hitting Twitch affiliate, like awesome feat. Like on one hand, like amazing to hit that, amazing to get generate money from subs and donations. And the way that Twitch works right now is like, according to their numbers, there are 2.2 million monthly active streamers. 2.2 million people streaming. 220,000 of those people are affiliate level, and 27,000 are partner level, which is even higher. And so only 11% of Twitch streamers have access to collect donations through the Twitch tools. That's not a lot. And even for like yeah, so it's 11%. There's 89% of people who don't get access to those tools. And like even if they did, one of the requirements of being Twitch affiliate is you have to average 3 viewers over the course of 7 streams, 50 hours in a month. That doesn't sound like a lot. Like 3 people watching your stream for a month across 7 streams. And 89% of people who stream in the last month cannot average 3 viewers a stream. So even if they went through Streamlabs or some other third-party service and were spamming the link in their chat every 5 minutes, like if you're drawing less than 3 people per stream, like how much money are you actually generating? And even at affiliate level, like I don't average 3 right now. Like ever since I hit affiliate, I don't think I've averaged that. I may have hit 3+ a couple of times, but I'm still not at a point where like I can quit my full-time job. Not even close. And I've heard stories of like partner level streamers who can't quit their full-time jobs. And they're in the top 1% of streamers in terms of viewers they can draw in. Like that's yeah, top 1%. Like I've been like following some numbers. There's a site you can, what was I gonna say? Yeah, even streamers who like affiliate streamers who generate like 10, 40, 50, 60 viewers per stream on average. Not quite partner level, but still like you don't think of that as a lot. I think a lot of people think of streaming as a golden ticket when everything I've read says that a bunch of those people are barely making ends meet. That is the most fascinating part to me about all of this. I think there are so many people who are in the world of streaming that think like, man, all I gotta do is turn on a webcam and play these video games and I'm gonna be rich. And there are so many guides out there, so many resources, and a lot of the guides that I've seen are very clear in saying like, this is really hard and you have to be really good. And even if you are, like, there's still a good chance that you're not gonna make it in terms of making this a full-time career. But there are so many people chasing it. So many. And I've seen so many stories of people on Reddit who are like, man, I've got 3,000 followers. I get like 50, 60 people watching my stream and it's just not what I want. I want to quit. And meanwhile, like, someone pulling in 50, 60 viewers per stream puts them like in the top 2% of all streamers on Twitch. Like, if you're already at a point where you are in the top 2% of streamers and you're still not happy, or you're still not making enough to make ends meet, like, how high do you have to go? How much more work do you have to do? Is it even like realistic, or does it make sense to really chase that dream? I mean, if you really want this as your life, like, I'm not gonna stop you from doing it, but I just think the odds at this point are insanely stacked against the small-time streamer who's not already big. And that's before we even talk about the infrastructure of Twitch and how you can't search for small streamers. Like, looking at some numbers on some tracking sites, on average, there's like 10,000 people streaming Fortnite at any given time. And you know what the Twitch search results look like. There's the boxes that go across, and then you scroll down and you scroll down. Like, if you're a new streamer, like for me right now, I think it's just you and me right now, Ian. If I was streaming Fortnite right now, it would be literally impossible for the average person to scroll all the way down to get to me. Like, no one's gonna scroll that far. So, like, yeah, for those people who are like, oh man, I'm gonna be the next Ninja, I'm gonna stream Fortnite and I'm gonna make it big. And like, unless you're doing stuff outside the platform, like, no one's gonna find you. I think there's a lot of people that are like, I'm gonna follow Ninja and play Fortnite, and I'm gonna hit 80 million headshots, and like, you maybe you are amazing, maybe you are better than Ninja, but like, if you're starting from the ground zero, like, no one's gonna find you. If you're streaming Apex, like, no one's gonna find you. I played a bit of Apex at launch, and I think that game is fantastic. I haven't streamed it because I was in the middle of trying to get the Twitch affiliate, and I knew that I just wasn't going to get to Twitch affiliate if I stream that game. I might stream it now, like, now that I've hit it and I'm not as concerned. Like, I'm just gonna stream it for fun, but it's tough. So I have been working on some stuff, but I feel like there's a bigger piece there. There's the culture of people trying to do it, the road to affiliate tweets, and like so many people scraping to get like 3 people watching their stream, just 3. And just the guides. There are so many guides out there, and people selling guides, and I think there's some disingenuous stuff in some of those guides that kind of make it sound like, follow these 10 tips and then you can quit your job and just stream as your career. I'm like, man, it's not that simple. And there's and like, it seems like it's almost more lucrative to make those guides than it is to actually be the streamer, because there are so many people chasing that dream who are willing to go through great lengths in order to do it, that they'll look for those types of resources. They'll be willing to spend a few bucks, and there seems to be like millions of people all trying to do this. Only a handful, like a few thousand, that are actually going to get there. But all those millions of people are going to be probably willing to spend money on resources and guides and all sorts of things to get them to the next step, whatever that is. Definitely a golden opportunity to take advantage of some desperate people, unfortunately. Yeah, absolutely. And so it's something I'm keeping tabs on. I've written something. Like, I kind of want to talk about it in like the bigger picture, but it almost feels disingenuous of me to kind of write about it as a small streamer myself who struggles to get 3 viewers at a time. So like, I've kind of reframed this piece around like just me and how realistic is it for me to hit that sort of goal. But I think there's so much there, just the whole culture around people trying to make it and how far they'll go, and potentially other people taking advantage of that situation, or just making a quick buck, or even the genuine people who are making great guides. There are some awesome guides out there of people offering stuff, and I love that the best ones are very clear in saying, hey, if you just want to stream for fun, you probably don't need this guide, or like, this will help you make your picture look better, but like, if you're really looking to grow an audience, like, please keep in mind that this is not, that it's going to be tough. It's a hard road. Maybe you don't quit your job before you do any of this stuff. But yeah. I will probably write about this subject more. I think there are so many stories there. Like, oh, The Verge had like a fascinating article. Okay, let me send this to you. The Verge, Twitch, Zero Stream. You don't have to read this right now, but like, this was a crazy article to me, and for me having streamed, like I actually started streaming in 2017. I was streaming on, I bounced around a lot. I think I did 1 or 2 streams on Twitch, then I jumped to Facebook Live, then I jumped to YouTube. And so I totally believe this article. And it's an entire article of a whole bunch of stories of people streaming on Twitch who had no one watch their stream for months or years at a time. And I totally believe it. Like, depending on what you're streaming, like if you're streaming Fortnite, and if you don't go out of your way to advertise it, because maybe some people aren't necessarily comfortable with social media, or they don't have a following big enough to attract outside people in, or they don't know how to use hashtags or whatever. And so yeah, there are people who go years without a single viewer finding them, and that's crazy, and they still do it. And some people, I mean, for the people, especially for the people who are actually trying to do this as a career, like, that's tough. And even if you're just a hobby streamer, just being in front of this camera and having no one watch you is such a, it's like one of the people in the article says it's like one of the most demoralizing things, and I totally agree. For me right now, like, if there's one person in the stream, like, it's way different than me streaming to 0 people. Just because that I can have that interaction, and I know someone's watching, and we can have a great conversation, and things can go places where it wouldn't necessarily have gone. And just to know that, like, I'm entertaining someone, anyone, it does mean a lot more than like, oh, this camera's on, I've invited everyone to my birthday and no one is here. That sucks. And yeah, for me, like, the first few months of streaming, I, like, all my streams on Facebook, all my streams on YouTube, like, nobody watched. You would go hours and no one would be there. Multiple streams, no one would be there. I don't think I got a single person send a message to me in the chat while I streamed on Facebook at all. Actually, no, I did. One person did, and it was an account that just said, like, super racist stuff. And then, yeah, I clicked through his page, and it was just, like, all this white supremacy stuff. Like, nope, blocking this guy. And that was the only comments I ever got on Facebook. And then when I started streaming in earnest in 2018 on Twitch, a mentor of mine once described theater as 90% disappointment and 10% elation. I think any creative career can be like that. You spend a lot of time grinding and being discouraged just to strive for that moment, and that feels good enough to keep you doing it. Yeah. I think that there's a lot of parallels between Twitch and the theater. I think Twitch is a... I think there are a lot of people who think of it as just playing video games on, like, video games with the webcam on, but I think it is closer to theater. Like, at the end of the day, this is an entertainment platform. I'm putting on a show, and I'm trying to entertain the people viewing. If I want people to stay and watch me play, like, that is what I'm here to do. And I enjoy that process, and I enjoy the talking and us getting to connect and have these kinds of conversations and share these gaming moments with each other, and I enjoy that part of it as well. But yeah, there absolutely is a performance part in being able to entertain an audience in order to keep them around. And that's something I want to write about as well. I have been writing some stuff about that side of Twitch, and I need to hash that out a little more in my head. So yeah, Ian, are you ready to join all the cool kids in the streaming community? All these bloggers going on streaming, going on video. I'm glad you enjoyed the piece that Henny and I did. That was a lot of fun to write, and man, that took such a long time. Us going back and forth for... Yeah, it was over a week of just the writing, and then I think we took like a week to hash out like the structure and what we wanted to talk about and stuff. But yeah, video is hard. especially if you have expectations. If you're just going into this, doing this for fun, like, then no, it's not hard at all. If you just want to, like, broadcast your gameplay, like, hit a button on your PlayStation or your Xbox and you're there. Everything after that is messy. And that's a whole other angle of conversation. Once you get big, this kind of stuff goes away and the whole tone changes. Yeah, if you mean like being able to connect directly with the people on the other side of the camera, yeah, it does. I've seen like you can kind of slow it down or add follower modes or like subscribers only, but then if you're big enough, it's still tough to follow. And I don't know if I'd want that. I like being able to connect directly with you and connect with everyone in the chat. I think that's the best part of this whole thing. Even more so than playing these games. I mean, I just use it as, like, for me, I look at, like, whatever the game I'm playing is just the backdrop for what we are doing here. Yeah, I think the era of just being on the platform and just by virtue of doing this long enough that you will just eventually get to the top, like, no. If I were to stream, that's how I would approach it, I think. Just play the games I'm excited about with my friends online. And that is probably the soundest way to go. If you are playing and you can just have your friends here with you or like whoever else comes in, that's great. And if you're, I think there are so many people who go about it like, I'm trying to be famous, I'm trying to get to the level where I can go and make money. Like, that puts a whole level of stress on it that it's going to hurt a lot, and you may not get the happy ending at the end. Like, and that's the other. Oh man, this is another tangent. Something that really bothers me about streaming culture. And so for a time, I was very curious about the hashtag Road to Affiliate. And I think that is a subset in itself of tons of people trying to get to unlock the level where they can earn the donations and the subscriptions, and how far people will go. Some of it is just like using the Road to Affiliate hashtag, and like even just like some of the stuff that personally bothers me is when people use that hashtag, and when they try and promote their channel, it's all about they only talk about let me try and find. There are certain individuals when they are promoting their stream on Twitter, on social media, and they use that Road to Affiliate hashtag, the words that they use and the way they talk, the message is always like, come watch me and help me get to affiliate. And it's always about themselves. They'll talk about the numbers, how close they are, but they never talk about what they will offer to you. Like, as a streamer, you are putting on a show, and like, why should I go watch your show other than to help boost your numbers? Like, that's not a compelling reason. And so yeah, I see so many people using that hashtag and trying, like, they're not really the only thing they're advertising is come to my channel to boost my numbers. They don't really care about entertaining you in any way, shape, or form. They just want to get the numbers up, and like, that drives me nuts. But hey, I understand people want to get that money, and maybe if that's the approach they want to take, then that's the approach. They need some marketing classes, perhaps. Yeah. I mean, I could probably use some too. I do need to, like, think about the stuff. I've experimented with a ton of stuff to see what gets people here, what doesn't, what do people enjoy. That's a whole other side of it as well. But just personally, I feel like if you are a Twitch streamer, like, the whole point of this is ultimately for you to entertain other people. If you want to grow, as a Twitch streamer, you have to entertain people. And your marketing like has to show that this is how I'm going to entertain you, and this is why you're going to want to come to my channel, and why you're going to stay and watch. And yeah, people get involved in like follow for follow campaigns of I'll follow your channel if you follow mine, or use bots or buy followers, and yeah, it's crazy how the lengths that people will go, and a lot of it doesn't work. From what I've read, and like just based on my own experiences, like what keeps people around is being able to make a connection with the person that is watching you. So being able to, yeah, like it's not just the games I'm playing, but like building that connection with someone so that they would want to come back, whatever that means. Instead of just like, yeah, I boosted, I used follow for follow, and now I have 3,000 followers, but nobody watches my stream because none of these people, all of these people just wanted to get their numbers up, but not actually build an audience. They just had their eyes set on like making the money. It's crazy, man. And it's such a different world from like the blogosphere, and why I feel, and the people that are, at least from my point of view of like why people blog versus why people stream, I think it's a very different crowd. I get the sense, especially now where video is the prominent platform, and it seems like the road to generate money and generate fame and all of that stuff seems lower than it is on a blog. And yeah, the audience that's blogging now is still writing. I feel like bloggers are definitely more chill. Yeah, I think it's a little more chill. And I think the big difference between bloggers and I think streamers in particular, this kind of extends to video as well, but I think bloggers have a better understanding of how to make content, and how to take an idea from the world and present it as something that people would want to see or consume. And so, yeah, I think just there's the people that are writing at this point are doing it because they have ideas that they want to share with people and points that they want to make, versus I feel like there's a lot of people that are streaming because they want to play video games and get famous and do it for a living, versus the blogosphere. I find at this point you're in it because you love blogging, because you're probably not here for the money. At least if you know where the money is in making blog posts and stuff, please let me know, because I certainly haven't found it. So yeah, blogging community, streaming community, even the YouTube community is different too, and that's an interesting thing. And like the different types of creators, I think there's one particular creator, I'm not gonna name names, the vlog in particular, I find the vloggers I find very interesting, in that like, how fascinating is your life really to justify vlogging every single day? Because like my vlog would be really boring if I were to try and vlog every day. It's like, well, I'm taking the train to work, I'm taking the train home, we ate dinner, now we're in bed. Like, even if you're doing it full time, like, what are you vlogging about every day? And I see a lot of vloggers, like Steph watches a bunch, and it's interesting to see certain vloggers, like, you can tell when they've hit the wall of just like, I don't have anything to say anymore, so I'm gonna rely on like whatever the hot internet challenge is, or just like ridiculous stunts and stuff to get attention. That in itself, interesting challenge. I'm not here to, before I get myself in trouble here, I'm not trying to disparage any particular creators or or subsets of creators. You're all great. And it's a hustle, and it's hard, and most of us are doing this for the love of the game, and I respect everybody out here creating stuff, but yeah, everyone's got their challenges. Everyone's got their challenges. There's some bad apples in all of them, or people going about it the wrong ways, but yeah, it's just interesting to see kind of the culture of creation and where creators of different buckets are at, and what the scene is like, and what people are doing to grow their audiences or make money. Like, in a weird way, I find that almost more fascinating than... I think now that I've gone into the world of streaming and looked at this more, it's almost more interesting than the games itself, and the games coming out. It's just like a weird, I don't know, social study exercise, and just the study of people and how far people will go to be famous or be the best at their craft. Man, that was a holy cow. We were supposed to shut the stream off like 35 minutes ago, and then I just went on this crazy rant about all sorts of streaming and creator stuff. We should probably get going, dude. But thank you for letting me indulge on that crazy rant. But yeah, we should get out of here. I'll message you at some point this week, and we can maybe start coordinating like where we start working on our cool Nintendo idea. Looking forward to working with you on that, man. Again, I've told you this a couple times now. You're like one of my favorite bloggers, and I think it would be very cool to work with you on something. So we will get to that. But until then, I should get going, man. It's late, and I've still got some editing and stuff to do. So, looking forward to it. Have a good night, and you have a good night too, Ian. And to everybody that tuned in, thank you so much for watching. Thanks Games Rev for dropping by. Thank you Slevin for dropping by. Thank you Randy for dropping by, and thank you Slevin for the donation as well, or the subscription as well. Truly appreciate it. All right, let's get out of here. Bye, guys.